Welcome to another episode of DIOTALK. I'm Dio. Let's talk. My guest today is super talented. He's an MC, writer, entrepreneur, mixed martial artist, an Army veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to the great Thomas Chong. Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Hey, pretty good. How's everything?
Good,
That was a very, very kind-hearted intro you had there, right there.
You're the best. You're the best. Big congratulations. You just graduated, got your associate's degree.
Yes,
give it a hand.
thank you.
I know it was very hard work and determination.
It was a process. Yes. On and off, just years going by between work and the military and stuff like that. It was a process.
I feel you. I think I'm still on my fourth semester.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's difficult because I got a family, so I'm the main provider, and it became difficult because I worked and school, then home, sometimes work and just school and come late from home to home. So it's not that I would call it dropout.
Yeah.
Is that at the end of the day, I have to focus on my priorities.
It's the stint in between and stuff like that. Like you're taking it's like, okay, I can squeeze this in this semester in here.
Yeah. And my last semester was the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I was I was talking to you before. I was an operation manager. I was running sites in 4 different states, and I would come from deep New York to a class at 6 o'clock, and Journal Square, fucking no parking anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Then the pandemic hit, and they didn't know what to do. So like weeks would pass, and they were basically failing us because they still didn't have the online virtual learning still. So I remember one day I was like, listen, that's I'm paying out of pocket for this, and I don't think it's fair. I'm failing when you're not prepared. I run such and such sites. I basically give them a brief description of what I'm doing, and I'm still trying to get my education. And the lady was like, you know what? I apologize. That's our fault. I'll give you the B for the whole semester, and I'll pass you.
Man, that ain't bad, man.
Yeah,
ain't bad. Yeah. And listen, I remember. It was tough for like the first semester of like the whole pandemic situation because like not everybody knew like what application they were going to use. Was they going to use Conference and Canvas? Were they going to use Zoom? Like all the students who were like just familiar with different applications, they were like, we could just use Discord or Google Voice or Uvu, or Skype.
Yeah. And you know what it is? It's like you go to Discord. It's like that's like a gaming app, software application. So it's like you got to make it more the simpler the better, right? So like in this case, I chose Zoom because it's the simplest thing. All I have to do is send the link. If you don't have the app, it just opens up your internet browser and boom, you're in. Rather than these other applications, just you have to download a software. You need a login. Excuse me. Or if you don't have a login, you need to create an account. It's too much.
Yeah. Speaking of like Zoom, like one of the essays that I actually wrote for school, like one of the last essays, it was actually about for like a business class and like things that we would take from what occurred during the pandemic. And I was like, one of the things I would argue for was the fact that I think Zoom, like having like just meetings, interviews through Zoom should be kept, and how you can turn like, if you have people work from home, a lot of businesses could turn like all their offices and buildings that they're renting out into like, they can sell those off, turn them into apartments for like low income housing and save so much money off of it. Cause that's what it seems like a lot of businesses are doing nowadays.
The company I parted ways from, we lost a lot of business because like it's difficult because some business are actual services, meaning when I say service, meaning like physical. services. So like if you're a construction company, if you're like a cleaning company, all those are physical, like is manual labor. So ideally in the real world, that wouldn't work. So, at the end of the day, America and not just America, the world, the you know, everything moves out of manual labor. So if you don't have manual labor, the world's not going to move. So we lost a lot of business because a lot of people work from home, like if you're in accounting or I don't even call it like what do you call these guest services? A lot of things,
Yeah.
teachers, you can work from home. So they were good. I wish I would have like I wish I would have had that experience. Like even though off the pandemic, having that virtual because as you know, there's some some classes that they want you to read a chapter, right? And
Oh
then
yeah.
like discuss it. So you get points from discussing it and whatnot. And it's difficult because you'll write something and you'll submit it, and
Yeah.
then like either a couple of hours later or maybe 2 or 3 later because it's you have a whole week, like even weekends count, and like people take a while to discuss, but if it was virtually, you could really interact and find that discussion, and everybody could get to the points
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
show their point of views.
Like it's that conversational feel about it. Whereas like you can put it in last minute, don't know if
Mm-hmm.
anybody's gonna respond.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of my teachers were doing that as well, where like we would submit, they'll give us like a little question, we submit a paragraph, respond to 2 people, and you're
Yeah.
done. Don't really know if they're gonna respond back. But
Mm-hmm.
if you were in person or how we are right here, it'd be
Yeah, yeah,
easier
yeah.
to
And
converse.
and then because it's a point process, a lot of people weren't getting their points because if somebody like I will post my opinion on something, so somebody would respond either posting their opinion, a different opinion of what I wrote, or just giving me more reinforcement on what I wrote. And some days, like 3 days straight, nobody would respond. Then at last minute, somebody would go respond, and I gotta go and check. I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
Yeah.
what's your major? What did you
Me,
major?
oh, I got it in. I got my associates in English or
Nice,
associates in liberal arts. Yeah. Oh
nice.
yeah. So I was taking a lot of writing classes, writing a lot of essays, writing a lot of discussion
Mm-hmm.
responses and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I had like one of my probably like one of my favorite teachers that I had at Hudson was Professor Joseph Gallo.
Mm-hmm.
Like he taught theater and stuff like that. Like I just took it because I wanted to learn every aspect of various forms of writing, not just like narrative, like essays and creative writing, short stories. I also want to learn the theater aspect of it. I want to learn how to write plays
Mm-hmm.
because I believe from writing plays, you'd be able to write compelling like screenplays that can be turned into movies and things like that. But like he taught me a lot, like just like his experience, like him discussing his experience on Broadway and like his varied, like his numerous, numerous amounts of plays that he's gone to see and stuff like that, and just giving me like a breakdown of like scene structure, like what's a play and things like that.
So,
So
what
I'm
do
just
you what do you like? What do you inspire to be as an English major? I'm just where you're saying you want to be a writer.
oh
So
yes.
what inspired that transition to do that?
Um I've loved writing since I was a kid. Like probably like I wrote like my whole life. It's weird because like I started I want to say in the second grade.
Mm,
Probably the second grade was when like I officially like just started just pursuing it, like just writing, not knowing why. Like it was just something that I did. I had a notebook. I would write like little stories down. In the fifth grade, I had transferred schools. I went from Cordero to Golden Door, and like made friends with like my boy Daryl and like Sean, and I just write like episodes for them. I just write like a chapter or something that I was working on and just slide it to them. And like it just be like every other day I'd have like a new, they'd be like, hey, do you have like that new continuation of the story you were working on? And it just be like, here you go, man, here you go. I got you. And like that just like it just motivated me more to want to create more and things like that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Because that also helps. Like, if you know, like I said in the beginning, Thomas Chung here is an MC. Got
Yeah.
mad bars, yo.
Yeah, that also plays a part in it. Cause like I know for me, just yeah, around the same time, like second grade, like it's goes with like I had a love for poetry, had a love for writing. And like the more that I read, the more inspired I was to write. Heard like just different grew up around like music, like just salsa, merengue, and hip hop. So like those are like the three main things that were played in my house. So it's just like, oh, remember just writing some like little piece called like the shock box. And it was just there. Like it was just like just pretty good. I'd say it was good. I'm not saying I was ass. I've never been ass as a rapper.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so like, what's your like? Which like when it comes to like MCing, right? What would you say more your genre? Like, do you know you go deep in poetry and talk about life and whatnot, or like, are you like one of these rappers that spit bars and fucking rap about cars and bling and talk about all this shit they don't have and it's still in the hood?
Oh no. For me, like I'm very I would say that I am very much like a linguist with things, but also I'm like a braggadocious linguist where like I'm I have a love of words. So it's just like I like messing around with words, seeing how I can break them down and just create like sentences and how I can like just reassemble them and come up with like different lines that are just unique, that are unique, which is why it would take me a lot because like it's just like I'll write something and just constantly like replay, like just Rolodexes in my head, like has anyone said this before? Has this been said? Or like I'll send something to like my boy Diggs, or like, and I'll just be like, hey, have you heard this line before?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'll just be like, "Oh, that's a tough line," but have you heard it before? And it's just like, "No, I haven't." Okay, cool.
Are you like, do you like in your future, or do you want to become like a successful MC, or just something that you just do as therapy, like something for fun?
What I want to do is like I would probably say like because writing is like my main passion. What I wanted, and like music is just like it's just an add-on to that. Like just writing lyrics has always been like an add-on to that. So what I wanted to do was actually probably come out with like a book or an audio drama, something, like come out with
Yeah.
a piece of art, but also not like come out with a soundtrack to it as well. Yeah, because that's something that I also want, where like I'm writing like songs that coincide with the story that I'm telling.
Like
And
something like something that like what Kendrick Lamar did for the Lion King movie, the live
that
action.
the Black Panther,
Yeah,
yeah,
as
something
a
like
black,
that.
I
Yeah.
thought he produced also the Lion King. I know he did the Black Panther, but
Oh no, that was Beyonce on the Lion King, I think.
oh, got it.
Yeah, but yeah, something like that, but more so what RZA did for The Man with the Iron Fist. Yeah, like that, where like he produced and wrote the movie, and like he also did the soundtrack.
Got it.
Which means that I'm gonna have to get like some money together so I can get Wiz Khalifa on the soundtrack It's weird. It's very weird for me because it's like I wasn't the biggest Wiz Khalifa fan.
Mhm.
Like I really wasn't. He was like my brother was a big fan of his.
I
Like,
honestly thought Wiz Khalifa was like a one-hit wonder, honestly.
oh no. Like he has a bunch of songs. Because
Yeah.
like I went down to Georgia and I got like 2 mixtapes of his. Like I was given like 2 mixtapes of his. I think it was Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever was one of them, I believe. And like I came back,
But
my
they got
brother
bars.
my brother grew attached to it, but like I was just like, oh, okay, he's all right. But on any music soundtrack, if I hear him on a movie soundtrack,
It
it's
sounds
usually
good. Yeah, it sounds
yeah,
good.
and the soundtrack is usually dope. So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I need a Wiz Khalifa feature on any soundtrack that I do for anything. I don't care what it is. He needs to be on the soundtrack.
What's your writing process? Do you like just like when you got an idea, write everything down, then take a moment, let a couple of days pass, then look at it and reread it, then now start structurizing it?
Um, my writing process is I'm an outliner. I'm an outliner. Like there are various forms where like people can sit there and do it from the seat of their pants. Like it's like you can like the two main ones are like you outline or you seat of the pants. I can't seat of the pants of any. I
What
can't.
would for those listening and watching the video version, what's an outline and what is a panzer you said?
Yeah, like the outliner is like you break everything down. Like you write out the plot,
Hmm.
you write out the characters, like what's the character's motivation. You
Hmm.
write out like a chapter breakdown.
Hmm.
Or what I've been using recently, what I just started using was the Save the Cat like outline, where like you have like opening image, theme, act one, you break it down by acts, like rising action, all other stuff.
Hmm.
And that's been helping me out a lot as well with just like coming up with like because I can go from that outline, turn that outline into a summary, turn that summary into, and then from there just progress with like the chapter breakdown and stuff
Have
like
you
that.
have you ever gotten like writer's block? Like, do you
Yes.
suffer that?
Yes.
Or you like 50 cents that he gets writer block when the check don't go through?
I haven't been paid for anything I've written yet.
No, soon,
So
soon. You well, yeah,
yeah.
well, soon because you just got signed to Dream Inspire Obtain Studios, right? To
Oh
develop a
yeah.
script. How's
Yeah.
that going?
It's going pretty well. Pretty well. You know, the weekly meetings, outlining everything,
That's what's
getting
up.
the characters broken down and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
Oh
That's what's
yeah.
up. You also became an investor, right? On Black Sands Comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that
Like
going?
that's been going really well actually. Cause like he's a military vet. He's very pro like
I know he's very
pushing.
proactive in social media.
Yeah, he's very pro black creator
Yeah.
because he feels like there isn't not even just black, like just he's very pro minority creator, like black, Spanish, Asian. He's just like
Hmm.
there doesn't seem to be that much of a space for black writers. So he was just like, I want to give them that opportunity and that space in order for them to like publish their works and stuff like that.
Got it.
And
Got it.
yeah, like just being a vet, I was like, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can get behind like that motivation of just like having that like space for like black creators and brown creators and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I did cover my research on the investment part. Are you is he giving stocks to invest within the company or with the app?
What he's done is like when he I believe back in February, he had like an opening where people were able to invest in a company. I invested in the publishing app that he has, which he's just pushing that to basically like get more like creators on and stuff like that. But soon he said he's gonna reopen things so that people can invest in the company as well.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something I would like to invest in the company
yeah,
because the The company. It's more,
Yeah.
it's more secure in the company.
Oh yeah.
Because the app can always upgrade, develop, a new one can come out.
Yeah. And
Uh,
the app that he has is very he had it reviewed by like investors and stuff like that. Like just like random yeah, he had it reviewed by like an investment team and they just said like it's very interactive. Like they can see this just progressing into
yeah,
something
yeah.
great and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if it's like you're saying, it's we're we're for the low income demographic, and have this door open, this opportunity, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of people with with ideas, just finding the right, sometimes finding the right people to join that adventure with, or just finding the money, you
Yeah.
know, sometimes you don't have the capital. So you go and trust somebody to create the stream, and they'll take it from you.
And that's one of the things that I like about him because like he can start you out like if you're into like working with him and getting your things published through him. Like it's like I start like it's like because I'm doing this and able to fund this and I have this Patreon behind where people are throwing money into the company and I can put it into my writers. Like he's like I'm able to start you out a lot higher than what a regular like publishing company would do for
Yeah,
you and stuff like that.
I know the end game for Dream, Inspire, Obtain. One of the many branches is to publish a publishing company as well. So I know we've talked in the past, and I did my research. So what everything is doing is very positive for the
Yeah.
community. Like, so, big up to him. Very
Manuel Godoy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very bigs up to him. Actually, I joined one of his lives and asked him he was talking about they're gonna put out episodes, something like that. And I asked
Yeah.
who is gonna be the director, and he said he's giving the credit to some TikTok guy that's really popular. Don't know who
Yeah.
he is,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that sounds dope, man. Um, Fucking get it. Do you personally have anything developing when it comes to publishing?
Me, what I want to do is I don't have anything yet, but I'm working on I have a little story that I've completed and I kind of want to edit it out. I had like an editor
Mhm.
and take a look at it. So what I'm gonna do is just fix it up and submit it to see if it can like be published. Like my friend Chris Calfat, he does like the art for me. So like probably do like a chapter break.
You know who published the book? Isaiah. Um, he just started recently new in the jiu-jitsu class.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Uh,
know.
he's like real big into. Hopefully I have him next week on the podcast. Talk about a little bit what he's doing. But
Yeah,
one of the things that I've like, just because I know Dream Inspired Tim is in his future goal is to develop publishing. I've beginning to do the how I can't even fucking talk. Beginning to do some research, and a lot of people putting out books, and like my thing is like it's with everything, right? Is the promotion,
yeah,
is the public, is the advertisement. I just bought a book not too long ago. I had the gentleman Alman Woodson, a great book, the Lookup, a story about overcoming adversity, and his book is really good, man. It's not a big book; it's a small book, but it's really good. So guys, if you're ever on the link, go check it out. Um, and then Isaiah, and I see these books, and like they don't have a lot of like promotion behind it
yeah,
to get further, you know? And that's like it's like the podcast. Like there's certain platforms that I haven't joined because they'll tell you, come on my platform and I'll get you viewed. But they're not. How much do you know they're expanding your product,
oh yeah,
right? So you know, best advice to give is when you publish your book and everything's said done, you know, figure that out before you sign with anybody, because you know some of these companies don't put the capital, and the capital goes most to promotion. So you know, to your product could get out there. If not, your shit's gonna be on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
So
I have a few advertising ideas. I mean, I've helped out. I don't know, like that's one thing that I feel like I'm decent at, like advertising things.
yeah.
Cause I had a friend that worked in advertising. Like I just like try and just slide her ideas and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, also like I have probably what I want to do is get the character that writing the short story, like the story about, I guess it'd be like a novella, like a little
Mhm.
novella. It'd be categorized as a novella story. Um, I'd probably get like a Funko Pop made out of it and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and just like do TikToks with it and things. Yeah.
So so futuristically, you know, you got accessories and action figures, so it could be profitable.
Oh yes. Yeah.
I wanted to ask. I know way back you were in the this group called the Jersey Cityots.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So what's are you still in the group? What you know? It's like a is that like a boy band for rap?
It's a it's a hip hop group. You know, four members were like the Backstreet Boys from the back
Yeah.
streets. Yeah.
You're gonna be
It's
the ink
myself.
sync.
Yeah, it's myself, New Age, Digs the Prophecy, Bruno Bars. Yeah. Oh yeah. Jay Aaron, RIP. Like we were all just like in a group where like came together and just decided to like make music that just spoke to people. And it was pretty great. Like it is pretty great when we all like get together and just put out new music and stuff like that.
So is
Oh
that
yeah.
something still going on?
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
Is like what's happening? What's next for the group?
With the pandemic,
Yeah,
it's been a little bit harder to come together. You know, all us being adults,
yeah,
just been busy, like because New Age has a family. Uh Diggs works constantly. Bruno works, I work. Yeah. But
yeah.
like been talking, just trying to get everything like back together and stuff like that so we can get back in the studio and make more music.
It's like is it like something like the slaughterhouse, you guys?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll compare us to Slaughterhouse. Oh yes. Four
Yeah.
dope ass Jersey City MCs.
You know, in New Age, he's really good, man.
Man.
Um, I think if he wouldn't focus so much on like he could actually make it, but he won't actually be another white rapper. He could
Yeah.
actually make it. You know, if he like I remember when Riff Raff came out with that uh tiptoeing in my Jordans.
Yeah.
I told him he shouldn't jump on that. Because he has that crazy like wordsmith type of shit, right?
Yeah. He's quite hilarious with like the lyrics
Yeah,
that he comes up
and
with.
and and he's really he's really good at like he's emceeing. He's really good at it. But that's something that I you know if I would have signed him right and I'm now pushing this product out,
Yeah.
I you know I would try to make the most commercial music ever, right? Put them together with these, you know, nice other artists, put them together to push them out. I think when it came to the MC part, that's something like when you go on live interviews, that should be like his secret weapon,
Yeah.
you know, because you know to be an artist in this music, you know, I got you know I'm sorry to say this, but being an MC is not going to pay the bills. It's not, you know, unless you want to go to rap battles.
I mean, those don't pay much. Oh, yeah.
Right? And you're just yelling at one another, come get this work. Oh, he's gonna get this work. Yeah, I watch those rap battles. I can't watch those rap battles, yo. That shit's too influential. I watch one and next thing you know, you hear me just walking around the house. You're gonna get this work. Nah, you don't get this work.
Yeah, but New Age, he does have like, I don't know. I think it's like just like life, because he's probably like the busiest person I know, probably like the most like just like busiest person between like work, like all like everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff going on in his life,
Yeah, I can imagine.
taking on even more. Like, yeah, 'cause I was speaking to him the other day, and he said like he was just doing a lot more than. And I was just like, yeah, I can understand. But like
Yeah.
he just dropped I want to say like 3 songs the other day. Yeah.
He had this song that I was a fan of. Is I think My Way with Frank Sinatra hook.
Yeah.
That's like far out my favorite song. I remember back in the day, um, you know Big AD, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
boy. And the bigger, he got bars too, bro. You will sleep on him. He'll rip your ass open. He got bars. I remember we were working, right? And he was writing lyrics to I think an Adele song. I think it's Fire or Fire something.
Oh no, it was what's the song? Was it Hello?
No, it
Or
wasn't
was it
Hello. I
I
said
set fire to the
fire.
rain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one. And he was writing lyrics to it. And Big AD was there. He's like, "What do you think about this?" And Big AD was like, it's hard. It's hard, And I come listen to that. Yo, that shit straight up bullshit. That shit whack. Right? And he changed the lyrics, because he didn't like it was fire, but it's like for me, it's like if you have a song like that, right? Like that Set Fire to Rain, or like Hello, or like Somebody I Used to Know, like you want to like interpret the same song in your own words as your rapper so it could coincide, right?
Yeah.
And you have more room to like it has more room potential to get out there and people could jive to it. But if you like other people that write silly fucking bars that have nothing to do with the song, right? And the song is about heartbreak, but yet you're rhyming about diamonds on your Rolex and fucking Jordans and bling bling. Like it kind of doesn't make sense. But that's my opinion, right?
Man. I mean, yeah, everybody raps differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Chung. Chung gives you that sixth element. So like, where did sixth element come from? Like, how do you create that name?
The name?
Yeah.
It's like a combination of various things. Back in high school, that was like we were discussing names and stuff like that for like a group that I was a part of, my boy Shaka and my boy Julian, like in McNair. Like we were like one of the things that came up was Sixth Element. Like I think I came up. Did I come up with it? Because like I was always like a fan of like just like the Fifth Element, like Captain Planet. They had like five elements. Warriors of Virtue had like just the 5 element warriors and stuff like that. Like Chinese culture, they always have like just like 5 elements. So I was like, yeah, we should be like the sixth element. And like I believe my rap name back then was Pyro. My boy Shaka went by Shaka for the most part. Then he became D Hayes, and
D Hayes,
yeah, and my boy Julian went by So Purpose Poetic, and we changed our name to Poetic, and I just took up the moniker Sixth Element, and the Sixth Element came in from when like before I started rapping, like I would just like it was just like a day where like I'd be rapping and I'd just be like Sace, like before everything, like every before like that was just like my calling, my calling before I started a verse. And I Googled like Sixth Element and it was just like so many things, so many rappers with that name. So I was just like, you know what? What if I just went Sace, the Sixth Element? It's a little redundant because it's just like 6 to 6, but like it sounded good. It sounded good. But yeah, that's like the origin tales of that, of where that came from.
Nice, nice. Who influenced you like in this MC rap game? Who's your biggest influence? Like who's your go-to guys or woman to like says, oh, this shit's hard. I couldn't write something off of this. Who's inspired you?
Like when I first started out, I would have to say like I was trying to write like Method Man, Fife Dog, Chip Fu, and Slick Rick. Like that was like when I first started out.
That's hard right there.
Yeah, like I was a big like just fan of all of them. Then like as I like those four, I can always go back and listen to and like gain inspiration. Then it was like Cannabis. Like I was always a fan of like the lyrical folks. Like I was always a fan of like the people with lyrics like Killer Priest, Cannabis, like Wu-Tang. Many member of Wu-Tang. Like yeah, got into Eminem. Then I discovered Lupe Fiasco, and it was just like my mind was it was just like that's where I want to be. Like right now, I'd probably say like the guys I look up to are probably Lupe, Royce, Daylight, Homeboy Sandman, Mickey Fax.
Yeah, Royce the 5'9", he did this song. I think it's part of that first A side, right? Because the B side came out for Music to Be Killed By or something like that.
Music to Be Murdered By?
Yeah, by Eminem.
Yeah.
Boy, you gonna learn?
No.
Yeah, you gonna learn. The hook's like that. Boy, you gonna learn.
Let me see. Boy, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I can't put it on YouTube right now. Because the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
But it's like, boy, you're gonna learn. Like his part is so fucking fire.
Yeah.
Like he ends it with something like he talks about like segregation.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like integration, segregation. He's like base segregation, something like it's where the fuck I want to go.
Yeah. Like dude is just like he's disgusting. He is disgusting. Yeah. Speaking of Royce, because like I don't know, like I always look at him and I describe him as the perfect blend of Eminem and Elzhi. Like he's that perfect blend because like Elzhi is another just top tier MC that I listen to like on a regular whenever like I'm like looking for like inspiration to write and stuff.
What's it called? L-Eyes? That's not Crooked Eye, right?
Nah, Elzhi. Okay. He's from Detroit.
Got it.
Like yeah, like a lot of my favorite rappers are out of like Detroit. And stuff like that. Yeah, Detroit. Like him, Danny Brown's dude. Yeah.
Danny Brown, yeah.
Yeah, like female artists that I listen to. I'd probably say like Jean Grey, Snow the Product. Yeah, like Frivolous Shara. That's another one that like I look to and stuff like that for like inspiration things.
Do you listen to do you listen to like any mumble rappers?
I mean, it's funny because a lot of people say that it's funny and hilarious at the same time because like there are like lyrical mumble rappers out that people would classify as like mumble rap and things like that. That I'm just like, yeah. But
I think the bad like the bad reputation that the mumble rappers have is like you can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
I mean, I don't know. You can sometimes.
I'll be walking down the street.
Cause like there's that what is that one song?
But there's that song with what do you call this guy? Zim 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 zim. You hear like with
the lifestyle song? Yeah.
Like it's dope, but like you gotta be honest with yourself. Can you understand shit saying? So when people sing it, like and then this dude comes in. What's his name? He's with Cash Money.
Um, Lil Wayne.
Not
I have
Little
no
Wayne.
idea who was on. I don't know who was on that
It's
song.
Young Rich, some shit like that.
Yeah,
Anyway, moving on.
but yeah, no,
Um,
like probably like somebody that got classified as a mumble rapper that I enjoyed was 21 Savage. Yeah, I know
yeah,
like he got put into that category, but dude
nah,
is
I don't really like how he raps. Um, but I will say that he has some very nice lyrics.
like dude is nice. Like I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
he has that song with what do you call it? Post Malone,
Yeah.
Savage, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Like
No, Rockstar.
is it Savage or Rockstar?
Rockstar.
Yeah, his lyrics he has nice lyrics.
Man.
Now his vocals, me hearing him, I could care less. But
Yeah, like
as he's gotten old, he's gotten better though. It's one of those things like Gucci Man, like Gucci Man. Like when you first, I could have stand Gucci Man when he first started. He's, I didn't like how you rap, but then as the years progressed, he did like is it? I think it's called like Black Scarrow or some shit like that. Like he's
yeah,
gotten way better. I mean,
never really listened to Gucci Man like that. Like I know so
Gucci.
icy. I know so icy.
That's it.
From there, I kind of branched off with Young Jeezy. So I'm on the Young Jeezy side of that fence right there.
Oh shit.
Jesus Snowman.
Did Snow?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And I
Wow.
was like, man,
And you're a big I know you're a big fan of like Slaughterhouse, like the Joe Buddy.
yeah, Joe
Yeah,
Button is, yeah, I'll follow him.
yeah.
Follow
Are you, do
Joel
you,
Ortiz and Crooked Eye as well.
but Crooked
Uh,
Eye changed his name, right?
yeah, he's King Crooked now.
Does he really have a crooked eye?
I think he has a lazy eye. He might have a lazy eye,
Uh,
yeah.
King
But
Crooked,
he's
yeah.
he's King Crooked. Yeah, his brothers are like Horseshoe Gang. His brothers are disgusting. They are just
Yeah.
like Crooked Eyes. Like King Crooked is probably slept on a lot, but dude is disgusting. His brothers are disgusting. Royce the 5'9's little brother, Kid Vicious, is
Mm.
disgusting. Disgusting. And they have like tracks together where they're just like it's just amazing. Amazing. Cause their brothers, like Royce's brother raps like Royce, and King Crooked's brothers raps like they have like that
Mm.
caliber with the
Mm.
chopping and stuff like that as well. Like they rap like King Crooked, and it is just
Like, do they make music? Like, or is it something you don't hear because it's not commercialized?
yeah, I'll probably
Or
say
it's,
it's
or
stuff
it's,
that
yeah.
you don't hear because it's not commercialized. But like, yeah, like Kid Vicious, he has what is it called? Because he has like three, like how Royce came out with like the bar exam, and he had that series. Kid Vicious had like, I believe it was Sick'em. I
Mm.
think that's the name of the series.
Mm.
Yeah, I believe, yeah. But he had like his own like mixtape series and stuff like that, where like he was just putting out tracks, and like on a few of them, he has like records with Crooked Eyes, King Crooked's brothers and stuff like that.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's called the Sick'em mixtape.
I'm happy that like M and the voice the 5'9" are like, because if you look at like those the beef documentaries, they were at war at one point,
Yeah.
and because the killing of Proof, they got like united, and that's like his right hand man. Like they've been through so fucking much
Mm.
on that BS. I would like to see like what the fuck happened to D12. They got that
I
album.
mean, yeah, nah, like they're still cool and stuff like that. Like I just think like folks just probably I know I want is it yeah, it's the nine. Yeah. So it's the same person. Yeah, like the Nine, he produces, and he does a lot of tracks with voice and stuff like that. He did a few tracks for like Slaughterhouse where like the beats are just disgusting. He did what is it? That you going.
Yeah, but it's hard. These are all can't fucking talk again. They are all talented rappers.
Yeah.
Like Joel Ortiz is really nice. Joe Budding, King Crooked. All of them are nice, but like you don't hear a lot of them because it's just not commercialized.
Yeah.
Like they won't make they won't make with like who's the top rapper right now?
Lil Baby.
The baby or the baby.
Yeah, the babies, the
Yeah,
Lil
the babies,
Baby.
the BBs.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
babies.
you won't hear their music on the radio like them. And what's crazy, like, because if you look back like on Lil Wayne's album, Lil Wayne says much crazier shit on his albums and his commercialized than what like the group Slaughterhouse would say,
Oh yeah.
and like then you'll have like Future, talking about lean, Molly's, all that shit. That should get commercialized. But then you have like Slaughterhouse. It's like they're really talented MCs that make music. It's not as much commercialized, and they could fucking rap. Maybe Future could put some bars together, but he doesn't have the half of talent of these people.
Yeah, but people they like melodies and
And that's what
things that you can
something.
dance to and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I
Especially
want.
nowadays with TikTok,
Yeah,
being popular.
I watched interview Drink Champs with Cameron, and he explained it the best. Like when he asked, like who's his favorite rapper, like between JC or Nas, and he explained like, well, like a woman, a girl who's messing around, something like that, presented to him is like, when you listen to Nas, you don't want to you don't want to be in the club getting preached to.
Yeah.
Because Nas has that lyrical, historic, like fundamental shit,
Yeah.
And then like you listen to Jay-Z, you're in the club, you want to get, big pump, big
Yeah.
pimping in the club. So I totally understand that, but then you have some rappers that you can't play shit in the club, some song, and they're like number one.
Yeah.
And you can't play shit in the club. So that's just like that goes back to my theory that a lot of things is like very monetized. Like I don't want to listen to talk about 6ix9ine and the radio on the club.
Yeah.
Takashi.
Oh no, man, his stuff, like say what you want about the kid. Say what you want about the kid, but his stuff kind of is.
Did you get to see the documentary on Hulu about him?
I did not. I did not need to watch that. I'm not into that guy's personal life. That is his business.
Oh man. I watched it. It took like a dry, like you could tell how times have changed, right?
Yeah.
Like it took how everything got like they got caught in the feds and all that shit. It was his driver.
Yeah.
Like his driver, he was a driver. He was like undocumented. ISIS got him.
Yeah.
And they basically one day when he was in the cell, they approached him and he took the deal.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel bad for him because Tasaki, fuck, I can't even say his name right.
Takashi?
Daniel? Yeah. Sir Daniel. Sir Daniel was constantly putting himself in a risky situation that like if you read it between the lines, like his drivers constantly fucking getting him out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. Like now, it just seems like he's doing the most for attention,
mm-hmm.
especially with like all the passings that's happening and the way he speaks about them. Like it's just like, bro, you gotta calm. Like you shouldn't be talking like that.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I watched his other interviews, like Little Dirk or Dirk, like this OG was saying, he talks a lot like death. He has that negative energy, and
Yeah.
he keeps talking about that energy, and that's what he's bringing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if Daniel, um, I know it's hard because that's just like a stunt publicity. Like the more ignorant you are, the more you're gonna get views, the more money you're gonna make, the bigger you're gonna get. But yet he's antagonizing.
Yeah.
He's antagonizing, and like everybody is like everyone wants to fuck him up, right? Because they're all like keeping their distance.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, man. It's like you can't be touched because you have security and you're in a hideout and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
like
you're asking for it. It's not like you're being apologetic about everything that's happened.
yeah,
You're bringing more of that energy towards you and stuff like that. It's just wild. It's
yeah,
wild for me.
yeah. Like you know, I totally understand everything. Like the reason why he says it is because I protect his family, blah blah blah. But it's like, you know, once you're in that lifestyle, right? You choose to be in that lifestyle because everybody wants to be in that life. You know, you have to accept, you gotta accept the consequences. You can't be, now, oh, shit got hard, you want to get out. Like, you know?
Yeah, man. That's why he will never rise to the ranks like another Spanish rapper by the name of Bad Bunny.
Bad buddy. Bye, bye, bye. I love that guy, man.
Not gonna lie, man. The dude is like he living it up. He living the
Yeah,
dream right
yeah.
now. He's living the dream. Like I remember the first time I heard him in a car.
Just putting
Like
Puerto Rico on the map.
yeah, like I don't know. It's just weird. Like the first time I heard him in a car, uh, my nephews they were playing. Like we were riding around and they were just playing like different artists.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, this reggaeton artist sounds like that a reggaeton artist. And he came on, and I was like, who is this? Like he made me stop and ask them, like, because it's just like, yeah,
Bad
reggaeton
buddy.
artists tend to sound like other reggaeton artists. And I'm like,
Bad buddy.
who is this right here? And they were just like, oh, it's this guy called Bad Bunny. I was like, he gets it. He
Yeah.
gets it because like he's rapping in Spanish, but like it's not like the regular cadence. He's
Mhm.
rapping like with the like I'm like, this dude's like a one-man Migo right here.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like he just
Yeah.
kept progressing with it. And I
He
was
he
just
loves he loved, like you can tell he loves, he's constantly giving homages
yeah,
like to X, Y, and Z, veteran, even with the shit he did with WWE.
yeah,
Like everything he does, he loves.
yeah.
You, you
Like
know?
for
Yeah.
me, what really sealed the deal for me was because like I don't know when like reggaeton really started like popping off here in the US, like and everybody was on like the Daddy Yankee wave and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Daddy Yankee was high. He was nice. He was okay. But for me, the one artist that like really stuck out for me was Residente,
Yeah.
that guy at Trece, and I was just like,
Right.
and
Right. Because he's
yes,
also different.
yeah, he's a lyricist.
Yeah, he's not, he's a lyricist, he's poetic. Like the way he writes his rhyme is not it's not a regular, rapper.
No,
It's not street bars. He'll probably talk about the same thing, but he use different words.
but like he's a lyricist.
Yeah,
He
he'll
was a
take
lyricist to me.
his notebook is the canvas, and
Yeah,
he's just painting words. So like he has this song that I love. I think Hirafa, giraffes.
yeah,
I think he talks about his mother or something like that, and it's like you have to look at it as an artistic view, you
yeah,
know, and also the way he writes his music is like almost like a universal language that you know every type of Spanish demographic can understand it.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like if you know, like if you go to New York, they have one slang. You go to down south, they have another slang. You go to north, it has another slang. You go to the west, different slangs. So you really don't know what the fuck they're saying. Probably talking about
Yeah.
the same thing, but you don't understand what the fuck they're saying. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, I always liked them. You know, fucking White Lion Elias, who you know made his first album. His first song was Todo Sangue de Salchicha, sandwich
Yeah.
of sausages. Like totally different. And it hooked. And even Eats Gangster growing up when I was singing that song.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so like PG though. It was a rated R song, but it sounded PG. So
Yeah.
everybody was just was really getting it. He came out with the song Rene. I don't know if you ever heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Nah.
listen to that. That's deep. That song is deep. That shit, that song, the first time I heard it brought so many uh terrifying memories growing up. Like it's deep. You gotta listen to that shit.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, seeing Bad Bunny work with like Residente, like I was just like, yeah, this
Mhm.
guy, he's
They did,
definitely
yeah, they did that off of Puerto Rico.
yeah, the Como Guccio, like
Yeah,
they did that one. They did um Beacoso,
Bellacoso, yeah.
yeah, like and just all like the activism that they're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Cause like I know Residente, like he was like his music was like banned in Puerto Rico for a bit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he cussed out the governor.
No, but he had every right to.
Yeah.
Every right to, you know. Yeah, fuck that. He had every right to, man.
He was
His,
also on the Hamilton mixtape too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. With on immigrants. That shit was a fire song right there.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's no god. He's just fucking Charlemagne. Anyway, um, he'll shit on Spanish rapper. He'll shit on them. Um, but it's like you know, when I hear sometimes him talking about shit like that, like his favorite rapper has never sold the much has never sold albums has like the Spanish rapper has sold, right?
Yeah.
His favorite rapper doesn't have the half of the money of what these Spanish artists have. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it bothers me sometimes when he critiques them because his favorite rapper has like that's why you see like 50 Cent joining with Wisin Yandel and T-Pain. You get what I'm saying? They making money. That's why a lot of ventures like Universal and Sony, all these major labels are jumping on the Latino bandwagon. There's money to be made. You know, but you know, that's my that's my problem. Anyway, you've been doing jujitsu,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You've been
Pro
killing it.
Cell, Pro
Pro
Cell,
Pro
BJJ,
Sal,
DJJ,
BJJ Pro Sal. Where's
Brunswick
Pro
Center,
Sal,
Brunswick
Brunswick
Center.
Center.
What is it? 183 Brunswick Street.
Yeah, Jersey City,
Jersey City, New Jersey
Jersey City.
07302.
Get it, Pro Sal. How's this been your experience? Because of you, I actually joined.
Yes.
Because of you, I saw you fucking I don't know, choking somebody. Oh, you had him in a triangle.
Yeah.
I saw a picture you posted like, oh shit. Oh shit. The sixth
That's been
element.
that's been fun, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's been fun. That has been fun. It was funny because like I've been looking to get into it for like a minute, probably like for years now and stuff like that. Because like I always wanted to one of the regrets I had from like transferring high schools because I went to Hudson Catholic for like 2 years and I played football there and ran track. And one of my decisions I was going to make was I was going to stop playing football my junior and senior year and just join wrestling because while I was running track, when we were in the Jersey City Armory, the wrestlers would be there running stairs with people on their back. So I'd get done with track practice, and that's
You
when
know
they'll
what's
be
crazy? I was telling them. I was the other day. I was talking about you to them, and I was like, "Don't sleep on Thomas." I was like, "That motherfucker's strong. That motherfucker used to fucking go from his house in Jersey City all the way to the Galaxy. He had fucking weights in his
Yeah.
backpack. He would either walk it or bike it, and like this motherfucker had like 6-pack. This motherfucker's ripped. Like, don't sleep on him."
Yeah, like it was just funny because like I would do that and I wanted to wrestle. So
Mhm.
like it was just like, but I transferred to McNair and they didn't really have like a wrestling team or anything like that. So I just
Yeah.
stuck with track. And like I came back and they opened up a school by where like a MMA school by where I used to live.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it was just like, I really gotta check this place out one day. But then like I moved and like
Mhm.
I was able to get like funding together. So like I was just like, okay, let me look up local Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes.
Mhm.
And I found Pro Cell BJJ. I went
Mhm.
in
And got
and
hooked.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
man.
funny because like it's like I'm there in the class and like at the end of the class, like Professor Brian, like he's just like, let me ask you something. Did you used to go to Hudson Catholic? I was like, yeah. And like I looked at it, I'm like, I knew you looked like, he's like, I knew it. Like I recognized your name. And I'm just like, I knew you looked familiar for some reason, but I just couldn't figure it out. And it's just like we were in the same class at like Hudson Catholic and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
Then like,
I would love to have him in on the podcast. I mean, I don't
yeah,
think he would do it. I don't think he takes me that serious.
no, no, ask
No,
him.
no,
Oh,
he's honestly he's too busy, man. He's dude, that guy, he's a teacher, he's an editor, he's a photographer, he's doing 101 things, bro. Like,
yeah,
you want to talk about hustle? He's a hustler. Like, it's not easy what he's doing. He wakes up 4 o'clock in the morning, takes his first classes. He has
mm-hmm.
that gap into the afternoon, but in that gap, he's either editing
Mm-hmm.
pictures or videos, coming up with strategies to promote his content, or he has his private class.
Yeah,
Then and it's him doing everything.
oh
And,
yeah,
and sometimes guys, especially if you're green like us, we get to be rough around the edges because we don't have that experience, and
yeah,
without knowing, we're roughing him up.
yeah,
Like he's a fucking boss. Like it's not easy, man. Big ups to him. He's
yeah.
doing a lot, and it's worth it. I love it. I like I said, I saw you in an Instagram. I was like, oh shit, Thomas do some choking shit,
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's
oh,
been
that same day I called. Yeah, I think Brian picked up, and I was like, I want to make an appointment, and I went that Saturday, and I told them that, because I think like the only thing that like people stop doing jujitsu is either injuries because it's still physical, but
yeah,
also I think for me is they can say whatever, but the first thing it's jujitsu is kind of pricey.
yeah,
Any mixed martial arts you try to, it's pricey.
yeah,
So so I looked back at my numbers. I was like, all right. I told my wife, I can do the monthly or I can pay for the year
yeah,
and not feel it. And next boom, I completely invested it straight out the bat.
yeah,
Like it's something that I also was trying to do for years. Like you remember back in the day when everybody was working in such and such place, and everybody was trying to be a cop.
yeah,
And like, I always had this thing like, damn, I'm short than the average, so like, just putting myself in the cop shoes, and trying to take down or whatever extra reason, I can't, I have to come with a different strategy.
yeah,
So from there on, I was just thinking, how can I better myself in this aspect if necessary, I need to get physical. So I always thought of jiu-jitsu. It's always something I wanted to do. But I throughout the years I did my research, and there's a lot of Renzo Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do the generic brand. Like everybody's trying to be Gracie. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
I think that the baddest. I wanted somebody upcoming and new who wanted to put their name out there.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, and then I started going to classes, everything connected.
Yeah.
And it's been history ever since, man. I fucking enjoy it. It's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
fun.
It's enjoyable, man. I really do enjoy going to the class and stuff like that. Cause like most of the time it's like you're getting choked out, but you're laughing at the same time. Like it's
Yeah,
just like,
it's crazy. It's crazy because most people will look at you like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
Right? Um, it's crazy. I like it because it's like it's kind of therapeutic, but
Yeah,
also
it is.
it's like physical chest.
Yeah.
Like I know when I now that I've a little bit of experience, when I try to roll, I'm not trying to choke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to maintain my posture, and if I have any submission or idea in mind, I'm trying to maneuver myself to get you to point A to point B.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you go to these tournaments or they're like 10 to 20 minutes, and you're rolling around, so you got to build your stamina.
Like
So
that was one of the things that, like I used to at chess, like he had like there was like a brown belt that he used to train. I think his name was Ricardo, I think his name
mhm,
was. But like he came in and like just like the way like he just like he was just using me as an example
mhm,
to like help like just give like example like different openings and stuff
mhm,
like that. And I'm being just folded all types of way. He's just like, if I don't have this here, I can immediately go to this. If I ain't got this, I can go to this. And
mhm,
it's just like such easy transitioning.
mhm,
And I
mhm.
was just like, how great are you at chess? Because like it just seems like that's what it is to me. Like
Yeah.
you're a physical chess, like physical chess
You know
player.
what's crazy? I'm horrible at chess, but I love it.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone. I have a little like one of those little mock-ups I play here alone. But I'm bad at it. I realize I'm bad at it. But I love it because it's like it stimulates your mind,
Yeah.
right? And the same thing with jujitsu. Like it gives me that like it helps me compose myself, right?
Yeah.
And not act rationally and try to like you have to have that balance so enable you could get whatever you want to do completed.
Yeah.
So it's helped me physically and mentally, which is two attributes that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
So fucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pro cell.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
get
yeah.
it.
Pro sub BJJ.
Yes,
And
let's get it.
listen.
Pro cell.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's been a blast. It has been a
Yes,
blast.
yes,
Like
yes.
just learning from like different people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like this is wild because it was like just like rolling with like different picking up different aspects and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. There was like this one girl that I rode with for like one time, and she was just like, yeah, just look at people like a table, and what you want to do is just take a limb and unbalance the table, then push the table.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
You know
yeah,
what's
you're
crazy?
right there.
I feel like the smaller the person is, the dangerous they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's some especially the women. The women, bro, the
Man.
one I've rolled with are extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Like they're all nice, and you'll see them like do whatever, but then out of nowhere they get you, bro, and
Yeah.
you're like, how the fuck did I get here?
That was happening to me.
Yeah.
Where like I'm sitting there, I'm trying like because like the first time like I think her name was Christy, I want to say, and it was just like I go to like get her down to my like guard,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, she was just like, nah, that's not happening.
Nah,
Like I just
yeah,
quickly pulled
yeah.
out, I fell over. Professor Brian's like, Thomas, you okay over there? Like
Oh man,
I'm
But
clearly on my back
it's
in a
been a
submission. No, sir.
no, no. Don't you see what's going on? Oh
Yeah.
shit. It is fun, man. I want to do something. Like like I want to do like you remember when you used to do commentary for
Yeah.
wrestling?
Oh yeah.
That was fun. I want to do the same thing, but like I want to shoot it like a but like a basic beginner class.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go like live on like a certain social media and just shoot it, and then like I'm just pinpoint like basic.
Yeah.
So like put like a basic match, no winner, no loser. It's all about technique,
Yeah.
basic technique, and commentary, and do like commentary on that. So it's like you put like every Friday there's like a mini match, a 30-minute mini match, but it's basic.
Okay.
There's no winners, no loser. There's not even draws. It's all about technique. How can we perfect that basic technique? How can you be accustomed to that technique?
Yeah.
Like I've been watching a lot of flow grappling. Like me, my mind's always fucking coming up with new things, how to iterate. And like if we do it like on his like Facebook, group, and where
Yeah.
that you have to be a part of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to invite. It's good content, good basic content.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would actually gravitate to that, and give that dangerous mentality, as it's dangerous, and you can get choked out, to take that and change it to a positive.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get scared.
Yeah. Where like
And
it's like it's fun and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like how I'm just commenting, like just like even like the little things like he says, like yeah,
yeah.
watch your elbow or
Oh
like just
man,
like
I love it. He kills people. He's such a good guy, man. He's
yeah,
such a nice person. He'll kill you with kindness.
yeah,
Like he's a fun instructor, and then he'll actually get down and teach you, this is what you're doing wrong.
yeah,
You slide leg here, your arm here, or turn here, and then he'll take his hand and pat you in the back. It's like, try to breathe.
yeah,
Deep breath. You don't want to get all like, how do you say, like
like
spazzing
worked
out.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
worked
like
out.
one of the first few things like I learned from taking the class and stuff like that. Cause like on the bottom, like it's always like, yeah, you always want to have the person on the bottom like struggling
Yeah,
and things like that.
dude,
But
I
like,
love being on the bottom.
yeah, cause like
I
it
love being
helps.
on the bottom. I do nothing. I do nothing. I do
it helps.
nothing.
It helps so much because like it's just like everybody's like, where do you want to start? I'm like bottom because
Yeah.
you can work on like your escape and you have somebody on top of you, and it's just like okay, I just got to remain calm and
Mhm.
wait for like my opening, or like if I sometimes I'll mess up and
Yeah.
wind up in a thing, and I'm just like, oh, I messed up. Okay,
But you know what it is? Like a lot of people are afraid to get choked,
yeah,
or tapped out. And I I making me like, I say I love getting choked out and tapped out, because that's making me a better individual, how to control on defense.
yeah,
So if you don't constantly fall into failure, right,
yeah.
you're not gonna learn.
Yeah, I think it's
So
a great way to embrace
yeah,
like how they say like failure is like
yeah,
the
teacher.
best. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to like just fall into like how you said fall into it, like
Hmm.
just face failure
Yeah.
because you're constantly just going in there. You're gonna get tapped out.
Yeah. A lot of people like a lot of like, at least for me, right? My thing is like, when I'm on top, I never, like, I don't, like, even though I have the opportunity, I don't go for the submission or for the choke. I don't, because like that would mean I'm going from A instead of B, I'm going A to C. you
Yeah.
know like, I need, for me, I need to control my balance, my composure. I need to learn how to dominate from the top
Yeah.
and assess the situation, rather than quickly jump into hold. So a lot of times, like, Brian be like, you got the choke, take the arm bar. And like, why do you take it? And like, because I'm so heated, in that moment, grappling, I'm not able to express myself, and so he can understand me. So I'm trying to take it step by step. Choking out and getting to submission is not priority, because you're just putting yourself, like if you go to a tournament and you've been used all time to going straight for the choke, you don't know that the main part is the composure.
Yeah.
And able to control the person on top or on bottom. So I usually don't go for that quickly. There's a bunch of times that somebody, as soon as we tap, they're already choking me.
Yeah.
They're already trying to get me. And when I'm on defense, I just, I'm waiting for them. And when I'm on offense, I'm a very nice guy. I'm waiting for them to get ready.
Yeah.
You ready? And I said, you ready? Tapped out. And then I'll go, try to look for my ways and get it. But, a lot of people just straight up and go straight for the kill.
Yeah, man. Like it's a fun sport.
Shit. I'm hurting today, but I don't know. I'll probably still go.
Yeah. I gotta get Isaiah to go to more classes.
Yeah, Isaiah's my boy, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's physical, man.
He was another one that I brought into the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because he lives in the building that I work at. So like it was just like we was talking about it, like just like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was like, yeah, I'll go here. And he was like, oh, I gotta check that. Like he came.
Yeah, he's a journalist. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
He's a journalist. He wrote his own book. He's doing a lot of great stuff. Like I said, hopefully next week I'm gonna have him on the podcast.
Yeah. Like we traded. Like he gave me Stephen King on writing,
mm-hmm.
and I passed him the Save the Cat book that I had and stuff like that.
That's what's up, networking, bro. Mm-hmm. It's always awesome to network with awesome people, bro, and especially people you can relate to.
Yeah.
You can be yourself. But Chong, it's been great talking to you, brother.
Yeah, great talking to you too, man.
Before we leave, tell the people where we can find you at.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Saysta6E. Yeah.
There you go, guys.
Twitter and
Saysta6E. Don't hit him up. Say what's up. He's an awesome guy, Yeah, man. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for
joining me too. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.